Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars, and let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 1 day time frame for Bitcoin, because notice how right here we found some support inside this big level sitting from 112k all the way down to 110k in the Bitcoin price. And right here we perfectly found some support on this 110k level. Besides that, we have already broken this recent downtrend on this daily time frame in combination with us breaking a downtrend in the RSI momentum indicator. So is this pointing towards us possibly getting a next big move to the upside for Bitcoin? Well, we can actually take a look at a couple different indicators. For example, this bull market support band we extensively covered on the channel here recently. We held this as a level of support, and therefore I would say so far so good. We have not broken down below. We simply got a retest of this bull market support band, and so far we are seeing a bounce, which is a good thing to see. Now, of course, there are still some warning signals that I am going to show you in this video, but before I do that, if we are talking about a potential bullish confirmation, we can actually take a look at the RT1M momentum indicator, and so far this is still flagging bearish momentum because we have not seen a crossover of these moving averages on this daily time frame. Of course, if you zoom into the shorter term, you will get bearish and bullish labels being flagged, but so far on this daily time frame we have not confirmed the bullish momentum. Another thing we can actually take a look at is the market structure for Bitcoin, because notice how right here we are making lower lows and lower highs in the Bitcoin price, and now recently we made another lower high here once again, but we actually got a higher low already after this candle confirms. So the thing is, all that's left to do for Bitcoin at this point is to get candle closes above about 112.5k, and from there we are actually confirming a new uptrend on this daily time frame. Besides that, on this 2-day time frame, notice how right here we need to get confirmation of a 2-day candle close above this 111.8k level. That's actually the 2-day time frame, because then we are closing candles above these previous highs. Once again, so far I haven't seen this yet, and it can still easily turn into another rejection followed by another lower low. So this is what I mean by potential warning signals at the moment. I have not seen that bullish confirmation yet. So all the people that are currently saying like, yeah, bottom is in, we're for sure going to 130, whatever they're saying, like maybe they end up being correct, but it is literally not possible to have that confirmation right now because a bullish confirmation is there. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this RSI momentum indicator on the 2-day time frame. If we first go to the 1-day time frame, as I already showed you, we actually broke the downtrend in the RSI on the 1-day frame, so that is pointing towards a possible early bullish signal. But on the 2-day time frame, we are in fact nowhere close to breaking down. So that is another good thing to note. If we really want to get the ultra bullish confirmation on the 2-day time frame, you want to see us downtrend in the RSI, and ideally get 2-day candle closes above 120k as well. If we start to see this happen, then very, very likely we are going to make new all-time highs for Bitcoin very soon after that. Now, moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on this 1-week time frame, notice how right here we have a bunch of liquidity to the upside at around 113.8k. But there is also downside liquidity at around 109.1k. To get a better picture, let's take a quick look at the 1-month time frame for Bitcoin, because here it becomes a lot more clear. Most of the liquidity on this time frame specifically is to the upside, and especially with this liquidity here around that 113, 114k level, this only started showing up since the 5th of September, guys. So this is why it is a good thing to keep checking back in with these Bitcoin liquidation heat maps, because big pockets like this can show up any day of the week, and they can show up very, very quickly, even on these higher time frames. Another thing we can actually take note of is this 1-year time frame for Bitcoin, because this is starting to actually look a little bit more bullish with these bigger pockets of liquidity starting to show up. However, still, most of the liquidity is to the downside. In conclusion here, the bullish confirmation is at 111.8k. However, the bearish confirmation, which would make me think that likely we are going to make a new low for Bitcoin, is if we are getting a daily candle close below 110K in the Bitcoin price. So this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.